Welcome back to Central Valley Talk. This show is called Real Estate and Home Improvement. We're on almost every day now at this time. And you know, we've been talking to a lot of people who are improving homes. We've been talking to tile layers, wallpaper people, people who put roofs on houses, rain gutters. My favorite guests, though, are the realtors, the people who sell the houses, because we get to have a peek inside some of the houses that are for sale right now. Our guest is Lena Marie from London Properties. Welcome, Lena.
Thank you. Thank you for having me again.
Now, there's a beautiful house. I'm just going to start throwing these pictures up here, by the way.
Let's do it.
Because whereabouts is this house?
So it is in Kerman, and so it's located right past Biola.
Okay.
And it's right off.
So it's closer to Fresno. I mean, it's on.
It
this
actually
side.
is. Yeah, and it actually sits in. You can pick school districts right there.
Oh, you
Central
can. Okay.
Unified or Kerman.
They're both good, actually.
For the seller, yes, absolutely.
I'm kind of going through these fast, but I want to go back and ask you a million questions. Now, you said this house is on 1 acre.
That's correct.
Now, I've had city houses with 8,000 square feet. I've had the 2 acres. I've had the 5 acres. I'm telling you that 1 acre is the best.
Yes.
You've got a really large lot. There's not usually people with more than an acre. They have this big area that's just weeds and stuff.
That's correct.
So.
This property is really well manicured.
The whole acre's landscaped. And,
yes, and
wow.
there's a large shop in the back of the property, which you'll see in.
Yeah. By the way, here's some of the
pictures.
what did you say? Manicured.
It's all manicured. That's the front, then that's the back.
And
there's vines.
Yeah, I wanted to show some of this stuff.
It's just beautiful.
Look at that.
It's a wedding location property. Yeah.
This is a lot of work. So when you buy this house, that part of the work's already done.
That's correct.
Now, it's out, tell us where it is now, close to Kerman?
So it's actually, when you cross through Biola,
okay.
it drops right, boom, right on the line.
It's right there by the 180?
But it's on the Kerman line. It's Biola Kerman. It's right on the line. And it's just really beautiful. And I have a lot of people call me because they say, oh my gosh, what's the story on the house? I've driven by that house for years.
You got a big sign out there. So
I do. I have my big Lena Marie sign.
So people are calling. Okay, now here's the shop.
That's correct.
That's on the property.
Mm-hmm.
This is like a big living room with lots of windows, fireplace.
That is correct. It's like floor to ceiling. That is the dining room, which is amazing, and it looks out to the vineyard.
Oh, nice. So you're not seeing a bunch of cityscape and stuff. You're seeing the vineyard.
That's correct. It's very, very quiet and serene.
That's a beautiful kitchen.
Yes, it's all just
big
through the
room.
years. Yeah, the wood. It's just everything is just immaculate. It's just the limestone in the bathrooms, the wood flooring. That is a study.
How many square feet is this? This is a big house.
4,600 square feet, and there are 3 fireplaces.
Yeah. Oh my
in
goodness.
This. Actually, no, I'm sorry, I'm wrong. There are 4. There's one in the living room. There's one in the breakfast room. I don't know if you saw that one. There's a peacock in the window. It comes with a peacock.
Nice.
So there's a fireplace in the breakfast room as well as the study, which is downstairs. And when you go up the elevator, which you're picturing there.
Well, you've got to have an elevator.
Yes, and it goes up to the extended living area, which in that master bedroom is another fireplace.
Okay.
So it is full of, and actually the primary bedroom, excuse me.
Now, this is the front of the house?
Yes, that is the front of the house. And you can see the stairwell on the right side of the home. So if somebody wanted to, you could have that be a separate living area because there is private entrances.
And here's the back, I guess.
That is correct.
Okay. But just looking at these different pictures, you get an idea of how well manicured it is. And here's an aerial view. Did you take this picture, Lena?
I didn't, but I hired the man that did.
I was going to say, you got in your helicopter and took the picture.
Yes, I did.
Now, the vineyards aren't part of the property.
No, they are not.
Okay.
That is all private property.
Okay, but still, you get the view of the vineyards, which are just beautiful.
Oh, gosh. On the back patio with your coffee or your wine looking out, I staged the home to make sure that everyone was aware of how amazing the
Yeah.
views and how peaceful it was.
Now, what does somebody have to do to look at the house, to get to see the inside?
To get a private tour,
Yeah.
just give me a call and we'll talk about a few things, and I'll set up
Set
a
up the
time
tour, yeah.
for a private tour. It is indeed a treat just to walk through the property
Just to go
and
in there,
see
yes.
all of the finishings.
By the way, is that number correct? 287-0021?
That is correct.
Yeah, that's your direct number.
That is my direct
That's
number.
the thing about Lena Marie. You get to talk to her direct when you call. Now, what will we find on the website, lenafisher.com?
On lenafisher.com, I have a lot of things going on there. I have blogs. I have my listings. You can also do property searches specific to what you're looking for. You can also request a home value for your home. I believe it's very important that people know their value at all times. My clients, I give them 2 property reviews a year that just automatically come.
They just show up. They get emailed.
They
to
show
them?
up and I call them and say, would you like to get together and discuss? Or I can just send it to you. But I really believe that it is key number 1 for all my clients to know their values at all times.
Now, besides that beautiful home, what do you call it? It's on what street is it?
Shaw.
Shaw. It's on Shaw Avenue.
Mm-hmm.
Call Lena. Say, I want to see that house on Shaw, but only if you need a 4,000 plus square foot house.
You would want to clean a lot of house.
Yes. Now, I want to ask you about this crazy market. A lot of people are always, everywhere I go, people are talking about it. Like, it's the time to buy. It's not the time to buy. Which is it?
I think it's the time to buy if you need to buy. There are really great programs. I'm not a lender, but I'm involved with several lenders. There are programs for everybody. The rates have dropped a little bit these last week or two. Mid 6s. There's the 2-1 buy down. There's, different programs. Like I said, I'm not a lender, but I can certainly direct, my clients to wherever they need to go.
Mid sixes. People, I'm in my mid 60s. That's a normal. Mid sixes that's a normal interest rate. Below we had unusually low and we've
That's
had
right.
unusually high, but now they've kind of normalized.
We were spoiled there for a
Yeah.
while.
And by the way, I bought my first house at 9%. And we were happy to get that.
Sure.
And
sure.
I still, years later, made hundreds of thousands of dollars off of that house. So
That's right.
It's all relative interest rates. But now it's a pretty good time then.
It is a pretty good time, and it's still a great time to sell. I mean, all my clients with the property reviews I'm doing, they still have equity in their homes. The equity hasn't all disappeared. We're still healthy.
That's my next question. You kind of referred to that a little bit, is that some people have held their houses for a long time because the market was crazy. Then we had COVID, we had this and that. A lot of people have no idea what their house is worth. You said people could go right to your website and find out, or call you and you'll help them
They
figure
can
out
go to the
value.
website and put in their property address, and then I will contact them immediately to send them a property review.
Property review. And how much do those cost?
Free.
Free. Only from Lena Marie.
Complimentary,
She'll
just
tell you
like
what your house is worth.
for my sellers. Just a little plug here. I do complimentary staging for all of my sellers.
Yeah.
So
That was a big house to stage.
So
shop.
what that was so there is vacant staging
Mm-hmm.
where the house is completely vacant. There was actually furniture in the home, which a lot of that furniture will be at an estate sale, once we go into escrow. So I did an occupied staging where I go in and I use some of the furniture,
Some of theirs,
and
yeah.
then I bring in some of mine or some of my artwork, those types of things. So that was an occupied staging just to make it a little more modern, but I did not want to take away from the style of the home because it
Right.
is a beautiful home.
What a beautiful home. Now, you said, I don't know if we can say it, that's the third owner.
Just the third owner,
Yeah.
and that was built in the early 50s.
In the 50s, right? Mm-hmm. Very good. Lena Marie's our guest. Anything else you want our viewers to know?
Just if you are wondering anything about buying or selling, I welcome just a phone call. I won't be pushy, but I love people to know about the market and if it's a good time for them or if they should wait. Everyone shouldn't wonder. They should
Shouldn't
call a
wonder, yeah.
professional and find out.
It's free to find out. Just
It's free to
call
find
Lena.
out.
She'll tell you if you can qualify to buy or how much you need down or what you need to do to get ready to buy. It's all free to find that out. If you're a renter, people are paying $3,000 a month in rent.
Right.
Why would-
Rents are going up. That's correct.
And if you buy a house, it never goes up.
That's correct.
Forever and ever and ever. All right. Lena Marie. Her phone number, by the way, is 559-287-0021. Go to lenafisher.com. If you didn't write that information down, call me. I'll give you Lena's direct phone number if that's okay.
That's fine. Thank you.
We'll be back with more Central Valley real estate and home improvement right after this.